Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Evan Brown, also known as TENTEN here, making a video about what I think are some solid animes to start out with if you're a beginner. Uh, First off, you guys know 75% of you guys are not currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is crazy to me because I have a lot of returning viewers for each video. If you guys want to get alerted from when I upload and stuff like that, just hit the subscribe button. Also helps grow the channel, and you can unsubscribe at any point if you stop liking my content. But let's get into it. Now, I have a bunch of different anime suggested, and you might be wondering, "Oh, Evan, how do you know what anime suggest?" You know, I've seen a few. I've been around the block, uh, but let's get straight into it. Now, the first one I'm going to suggest are definitely the most popular on this list currently, which is the first one I'm going to suggest is Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is super well done. I really like the character designs in it. You follow a character named Itadori. He's a typical high school student. He gains supernatural powers and has to fight things called curses. The world building is super well. Animation is 10 out of 10. Highly suggest you start with this anime if you want like a really cool action show. There's one other action show that I really like, known as Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, you follow a character named Tanjiro, and after a really bad incident with his family, he has to go help fight demons with the Demon Slayer core. Really cool. I mean, some of the best animation anime ever. And both these animes are pretty short. Jujutsu Kaisen being at 24 episodes, Demon Slayer being at 26. So, you know, nothing too insane that you can't sit through one day, or you know, you can spread it out a bit if you want to. But really short animes in retrospect, considering other animes that I really like. Animations and both of them are really well done. I mean, there's a scene in Demon Slayer that broke the internet by how good the animation was in it. So when you get to that, let me leave a comment if you ever get to that, because I want to see your reaction there. Now the next anime I suggest is nothing like an action anime, and sorry about that, but it's kind of more slice of life. You know, you're just following, like the name suggests, you're just following someone's life for a slice of time, right? So you don't really have to think too hard about it. You're not gonna get these really cool fight scenes. You're not gonna get that really, right? There's some in this show I'm about to suggest, but you know, it's just kind of, it's more about the storytelling over everything else. And so the anime that I highly suggest within this category, if you want that type of show, is Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden is one of the most beautiful animes I've ever seen. The atmosphere is so well done. The character designs are so well done. Everything is beautiful. Any frame of that show could be a painting. That type of deal. Like, it could be a masterful painting, right? There is no bad frames. It's very similar to the Spider-Man movie, forgetting the name. But you know, the Spider-Man movie with Miles Morales, yeah, that one. It's that good in terms of animation.
Lieutenant.
A lot of hidden details at any given point. You can totally spend a lot of time on it. It is Netflix original anime,
We want to continue doing it.
but still really well done. It's also super short. It's even shorter than Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, running this at 13 episodes. I highly suggest it if you're looking for like a slice of life anime, maybe not into that big actiony animes and stuff like that, which is totally fair. I think that's another great show. Now another show similar in that genre, but kind of adjacent to it, kind of like Cousin-y, which is the music / slice of life anime known as Your Lie in April. Now Your Lie in April, I highly suggest if you like romance and music, anime, or just shows in general, as both really good aspects of that. I think Your Lie in April is super well done. The music in it's super good. The storytelling is really good. Highly suggest it. And now, if you're looking for a sci-fi / cowboy show / neo-noir film on show, I would suggest Cowboy Bebop. Now, Cowboy Bebop, I'm a little biased towards because it is my favorite anime of all time. Like, I've consistently placed that at #1, and you know, although my 2nd through 5th have kind of been changing a little bit, this anime 100% is consistently my #1 show. The storytelling is really good. You follow a character named Spike. And Spike is a cowboy, which is kind of like a bounty hunter type of deal in this world in space. And although the show takes place mostly in space, you always feel connected to the Earth, and it doesn't feel, and the sci-fi never feels like too much. You always just kind of, it gradually brings you in, and then doesn't go over the top with it. It has a lot of cool storytelling elements to it. I highly suggest a lot of beginners watch. Even if you haven't seen it. Okay, I know there's someone out there. I know there's someone out there who is currently watching a bunch of animes and hasn't seen Cowboy Bebop. And you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, please do yourself a favor and go watch Cowboy Bebop. You will not hate it. I can guarantee it. One of the best. It's the best show made of all time. But kind of veering off from all of the previous suggestions, if you're more of a horror film fan, maybe like Saw and gore and stuff like that, I suggest you check out Tokyo Ghoul Season 1 and 2. Now, the reason I don't suggest Season 3 to beginners mostly is because it assumes you read a large section of the manga, which I assume a lot of beginners have not read. I haven't read it, and I have not started Season 3 of Tokyo Ghoul. And so, just be wary of that if you want to watch Season 3. There is I don't remember the specific volume or chapter they want you to read up to for Season 3. You can look it up and read it yourself. It really connects to the characters. Seasons 1 and 2 are really well done. There are some points where it does feel a little rushed, but it's nothing too obscene. Plus, the horror elements are super well done. You follow a character named Kaneki, who's just a normal boy, and through some bad events turns into a ghoul, and it's following his story and how he deals with that. And although, especially in Season 2, don't really follow Kaneki as much. Although he is the main character, at points it doesn't feel like he's the main character because they really help develop the side characters really well. So I highly suggest Tokyo Ghoul if kind of more like the horror elements. A lot of eating people, let's say, if you're into that type of deal, I guess. Now, the next anime I'm going to suggest is a sports anime. Now, this is the only sports anime I've watched, so I'm a little bit biased, but it's Fastest Fingers First. Now, although that sounds like a different show that you'd see on a website whose color scheme is orange and black, trust me, it's not. Fastest Fingers First, now I'm a bit biased because, I actually competed in this sport, but it's about a quiz bowl show. It's about quiz bowl. That's it. I think it's really well done. It, for the most part, accurately depicts quiz bowl. I can do a whole video on how the differences between how they depict it and how it's actually played. But they do a really well job making they pick the most entertaining aspects of quiz bowl and use those, which is completely fine. Cause, I'm just happy quiz bowl is getting representation with the anime. It's super well done. It really shows the competitive side of quiz bowl too, which I think a whole lot of people forget about. But it also shows camaraderie. You guys know what I mean. That quiz bowl has, because as someone who's competed, you always just are kind of like in arms with the person next to you, right? There is barely any hatred, but there is some teams you genuinely do not like. I can go on and on through my high school drama with quiz bowl, but I'm not going to. But just check it out. Fast Fingers First. It's on Crunchyroll. I know that for sure. I'm not about what other shows it is. Now, the only issue is, unlike other shows, if you are used to dub, every other show before me has a dub, if I remember correctly. But Fast Fingers First is the only show that on this list that I think only has a sub. So you can only watch in Japanese. So it's a little bit iffy on that if you're not used to it. But I still highly suggest it. Check it out. It's just 12 episodes long. 10 out of 10 show. I loved it a lot. Now, for me, I was a little bit more, whoa, let's go. It's Quiz Bowl. But yeah, it's kind of a sports anime, kind of looking into that. No, obviously, there's other animes that want sports. If you guys want like more sportsy anime suggestions, let me know in the comments. I can make a whole video on sports anime with a little bit of research. Now, I'll move on to this section that called miscellaneous. Now, these are shows that can fit in other categories, but I didn't want to put them into like, oh, this is the action anime you should watch, But I would kind of recommend them just because they're good shows, not necessarily because the genre they're in, type of deal. So the first one I'm gonna suggest is Konosuba. Konosuba is really well done. Animation is really cool. The comedy in it is super well. It's a comedic show. First and foremost, it's a comedic show. Cause it's about a group of 4 people who all there's like a knight who likes pain. There's a wizard who can only use one spell. There's a goddess who doesn't have like any of her actual powers. And it's just a normal guy, right? It's really well done. It's a little bit on the weirder side. I'm not used to like that weirder show, but they kind of make fun of the weirder side because of it. It's like self-aware. So highly suggest that. Super funny. It's shorter too. It's 20 episodes long, and plus it's a really cool movie. The movie's a little bit, but you get used to it. You get used to what's gonna happen in the movie through the show, I guess. Next anime I'm gonna watch is an action anime. It's actually my second favorite anime of all time, which is Mob Psycho 100. Mob Psycho 100 is super cool. I mean, we're talking about the coolest fight scenes I've ever seen in like any anime. Plus the storytelling in it's super good. Plus really cool comedy in it and really cool character buildings on the sides and all that. Highly suggest it. Probably my favorite. Well, it's the only anime I could say that might eventually pass Cowboy Bebop if they keep on making new seasons. That's how good I think this is. Now this last one I'm gonna suggest isn't a show, but rather a movie. Now this movie was made in the 90s, and I think it's really well done. Called Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue follows this girl who's was a childhood actress, and then performs mental disorder and all this, and there's so many twists and turns in the movie that you don't know what's gonna happen until literally the last scene type of deal. You're like, whoa, what the hell? That's the type of thing you're going into, because even at the end, the movie has fucked with you so much that you even second guess the ending. I won't reveal too much, but these are a bunch of solid animes that I think are good to start out with if you're a beginner anime watcher. Now, if you guys want me to talk about a certain anime a little bit more in depth, maybe a whole video about it, let me know in the comment section below. Or if you're like a person watching a lot of anime, leave a suggestion below. If I missed an anime, I think it would go for beginners. I wanna be able to help people get into it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a nice day.